embedded in it?
Yep. Basically today the industry as a whole together with the government and set various targets. Basically they may be little over numbering, but still we are looking at making the information technology industry as revenue generator reach $1 billion US dollars within next few years. So if and we hit that probably will, I believe, will be in one of the top players of forex earners, over passing on all the other foreign exchange earners. But to do that, there are various obstacles and things that we need to do. For example, the minimum required resource is the resource pools, that is basically the human capital, which today is not available in the country. Now, as per the estimates, the requirements of IT graduates or the trained IT people can be up to about 100 to 150,000 employees, which we don't have today, our university.
What is the number that is there today?
Well, the statistics give various numbers, which I would not be able to give you a very firm answer in a very specific direction, but the numbers say within the recent past, there are about 40,000 employment created in the IT industry. That is the trained people, graduates and all of them.
But the requirement you are saying is about 150,000.
100 to 150,000 to achieve this mark of earning $1 billion US dollars and going beyond. That is, we are talking of not in 2020, we are talking of maybe 2015, 16 within next 2-3 years time,
So basically you are saying the targets are set at achieving $1 billion US dollars
yep.
in terms of revenue using the IT exports and other such means, and also increasing the number of the skilled IT graduates and IT experts to a number of 150,000 from approximately say around 40,000. Is that like a vision set for the IT industry?
Yep. If we are to earn the said numbers, we definitely have to improve the resource pool. That is basically one of the key ingredients that we require to build the industry, because this does not need very many other things. The infrastructure of the country is basically, to a certain degree, it is available. Like, of course, when these businesses grow, there will be more communication facilities required, all those are being done, and electricity, all those are requirements to do this. But we believe to a certain degree they are there. What is lacking is the resource pool.
So what measures have been taken by the different stakeholders, that is the government, the private sector and organizations and federations like the FITIS, to address this issue in order to go to that target?
Yeah, you see, the generating IT graduates is not something that you can do overnight. It needs time. Historically, our universities, if you look at, have been producing graduates of different disciplines, and if you look at the employability rate of all of them, stands at a very low percentage. I mean, this is very obvious, because you see, at Lipton sometimes you find a lot of graduates holding placards without jobs. On the other hand, we say there is a whole huge demand for skilled and required level people in the IT industry. So where is the gap? Now the universities need to start producing the people who are really required by the industry, current industry. So which is what we are doing. In fact, negotiations and discussions are on with the higher education authorities and higher education institutions to ensure that the intake and the outputs are at least balanced in such a way that they produce the people who are really employable in the jobs that are available, rather than this is free education. Most of the Sri Lankan government organization institutions are free education. So when we offer free education, at the end of the day, if it produces people who cannot be given employment, that again is a burden. So while having so much of opportunities available, it's a crime not to do that. So that basically, answering your question, there are various programs going on currently, the conversion programs, for example, meaning the graduates who have gone through different disciplines, we take them and put them under maybe 6 months, 1 year training program in the relevant IT fields, which may not require highly theoretical background. So then that kind of conversion programs are on. And also various training programs happens outside higher education organizations. Having said all this, taking the industry to that next level also demands to increase the IT literacy of the country, which stands, I would say, about at 25% today in the country, because if you look at IT literacy is more or less concentrated in the urban areas, not in the rural. So that is basically what we are trying to do, is to go into rural and make sure that everybody gets to know what IT, and for them to become IT literate. The targets, in fact, the Honorable President Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa himself has declared last year and continually. Last year was declared as the year of ICT and English, and I believe it's continuing in some form, like you cannot just declare 1 year and that's it. And the government vision is very clearly set and available. The support is available to build the IT industry, and fortunately, and government has recognized IT as a thrust industry, which has not been the case in the past. Everybody was paying the attention to, again I come back to my typical examples of tea, rubber, coconut, when you say industry. But fortunately now, in fact, in the government and the presidential mandates, IT has been recognized as a key thrust industry, which is a very good green light sign for the industry.
Okay, Mr. De Silva, and then if we were talking about rural connectivity and the literacy rate, and also the increasing the resource pool, and thinking again about increasing the forex to up to about $1 billion US. How can actually that happen? That is, what are the means and ways that IT industry can be made a profitable industry? Are we talking about exports, business process outsourcing? What are the methods?
Yep. The two things. One is, while you go out and sell to the international markets, it is important that the product and the industry usage and the literacy grows to the maximum within the country. So as I said, it has been a concentrated industry in the urbans. Even having said it is urban, it is Colombo based. It has been mainly Colombo based. So it needs to be taken into the entire country as much as possible. That is basically the usage of information technology and everybody getting into that industry. I mean, I would like to make a little comment that maybe even you may be experiencing this when children wants to select a line of education when they come to the level of deciding what to do for higher education. The parents, until very recently, I believe even today that is the practice. They say, okay, become a doctor, become an engineer, or then you fall onto lawyers, accountant, all that. They have a fixed the hierarchy, so to say, like which has to be changed. People should look at IT as one of the top priority level, the streams for you to find your career. This is basically where a lot of career guidance programs are required, which the Federation today is having many programs taking various exhibitions and various career guidance programs to not only concentrated in Colombo urban, taking them to rural. I may just mark a point there. Recently, about a month back, we carried exhibition in Jaffna coupled with a career guidance fair. This was very well received by the people there. Maybe that they were not exposed to these kind of things for past so many years, but having said that, there was a very good reception for that. In fact, this was done together with career guidance, was also done together with ICTA, information technology.